Hey everybody, my name is Brandon. Welcome back to Cinefessions, where we talk all things media. So today we are going to go over the last 2 months. So we are talking May and June. All of the new releases I've picked up, plus all of just the new items I've grabbed. Because Big Lots had some sales, Amazon had some sales. There's just random stuff in here. So I actually have one DVD box set and then a whole bunch of Blu-ray and 4K items that I've grabbed over the past couple of months here. 20 items in total. So before we start, I will mention, you might notice my microphone on camera. Typically, I try to put that lower, or I use my standard mic. Well, unfortunately, I forgot to turn off my normal mic the other day, and the battery's dead. And of course, I don't have any other 9 volts laying around, because why would I? So we are trying this in a new spot. So the only reason I bring that up is because the quality, the sound quality might be a little lesser than normal. Please bear with me. I'm trying it in a different location today to see how it works. So hopefully I'll have it fixed as time goes on here. But microphone issues aside, if you have a quick second, please hit that like button down below. That engagement really does help me out. But with all of that said, let's not waste any more time at all. Let's dive right in to my June and May new release haul. Alright, so I'll start off with the only new DVD item I picked up, and I couldn't pass it up. This was like $13 for Third Rock from the Sun, the complete series. All 6 seasons. Does it list how many episodes? No, but it's 51 and a half hours of material. And this was like $13. It went on sale on Best Buy, and then Amazon ended up price matching, so I had to grab it. I loved this show when I was younger. I thought it was just hilarious, and so very excited to have this one in my collection now. It's one that I've been eyeing for quite some time. So for 13 bucks, I couldn't pass it up. Yes, it's DVD, but that's totally fine for something like this. So very excited to add this to the collection. This is Third Rock from the Sun, the complete series, so all 6 seasons on DVD. And like I mentioned, that's the only DVD I grabbed. So now let's jump over to the Blu-rays I picked up. So this first one here has to be probably the best deal of the month. Like, this was ridiculous. For some reason, Best Buy had Caddyshack on sale for 99 cents on Blu-ray. That's ridiculous. So of course I had to pick this one up. Actually, I didn't even know it was on sale. So shout out to a friend of the channel, Ryan, and his mom. I actually went to the Best Buy and they were there. So of course we got to talking. They had 2 copies in their hand and said, hey, we don't need 2. So if you want one, feel free to have this one. And I didn't need it because I only had it on DVD. So thank you, Ryan. I really do appreciate that. But yeah, very happy to add Caddyshack to the collection for $1. Like, that's an insane deal. I have no idea if it was a price error or what, because I noticed the next time I went in, it was like $4.99. But either way, I'm very thankful for Best Buy having this at 99 cents, and even more thankful for Ryan for hooking me up, keeping one warm until I happened to get into the store. I was very thankful for that. So awesome to have Caddyshack in the collection. These next few are actually from Big Lots. They had a 20% off deal that was going on like everywhere over one weekend last month. And so the rumor was that they had some new movies. I went to my first Big Lots and struck out. There was nothing there. But at the second one, I did find some interesting things. This one is a pretty cool find, I think. This is a SpongeBob double pack. So we have SpongeBob movie, Sponge Out of Water, and the SpongeBob SquarePants movie. So I used to love SpongeBob. I mean, who doesn't love SpongeBob, right? Like, it's a great show. My sister is obsessed with SpongeBob SquarePants, still loves him, so had to pick this one up. Very excited to watch these. I've seen the, countless number of the TV episodes, but I've never seen the movies, so was very happy to find this SpongeBob double feature from Big Lots. Next up is one that, if I'm not mistaken, I think a subscriber recommended to me in the comments of one of my older videos. They mentioned that Kidnap with Halle Berry is actually a pretty good movie. So for $3.99 with 20% off, I figured, yeah, let's give it a shot and see if it's any good. So I'm hoping I will like this one. Like I said, I heard good things about it. Looks like a pretty interesting thriller. I guess she's out with her son one day and he ends up getting kidnapped. And so it's just her trying to track down her son. But like I said, excited to see it because I believe it was recommended to me, but God knows I can never find a specific comment when I need to. So yeah, if this was you, thank you for recommending it and let me know down below so I remember who it was. But yeah, happy to have Kidnap in the collection for super cheap. And the last find at Big Lots is a movie that, frankly, I didn't love, but I'm happy to have it in my collection because I do want to revisit it. This is Westworld. So this one is a Michael Crichton film. It's actually written and directed by Crichton, so that's pretty interesting. But it basically takes place in like a futuristic world where you can go and kind of live out a fantasy life in this setting that has like robots that basically act as people. It's very strange. I'm explaining it terribly because it's been a while since I've seen it. But yeah, like I said, I wasn't the biggest fan of it when I watched it, but one that I've always wanted to revisit. So happy that I was able to find Westworld for such a cheap price. This is only $5 from Big Lots right now if you can find one near you. The next stack of Blu-rays here are all from Amazon. Some of these were on sale and some of these were just, for some reason, I decided that I needed to upgrade from the DVD, much like this first one here. I don't know what came over me, but I decided I needed some fun comedies on Blu-ray as opposed to DVD. First up, we have Talladega Nights, The Ballad of Ricky Bobby. This movie is absolutely hysterical. I love it. So, I was actually going to grab this off of eBay for a little bit cheaper, but then I was like, well, it's brand new on Amazon for like $1 more. Might as well just go that route. And I'm glad I did because this is actually the Big Hairy American Winning Edition, which is very fitting because I'm filming this on the 4th of July. And it has two discs. So we have the theatrical cut and the unrated cut, and it is loaded with special features. So I'm very happy that I ended up going with this edition versus the other one, which most of them I think are just the unrated editions. And so I thought this was a really cool one to have in the collection on Blu-ray, loaded with special features. Fantastic film. Highly recommended if you haven't seen it. This is Talladega Nights, The Ballad of Ricky Bobby. Here's actually another DVD upgrade for me, and it was just so cheap. It was like $7, so I figured I'd watch it for the first time on Blu-ray. This is Puppet Master from Full Moon Features, excuse me. So yeah, this is just schlocky as it gets from what I've heard, but excited to see it because it's one that I've not yet seen before. I do have the entire Puppet Master collection, or I guess most of the Puppet Master collection on DVD. It was like a Walmart DVD I bought back in like the early 2010s. I've just never sat down and watched any of them before, but I figured for the price, I might as well get the first one on Blu-ray. And if I love it, then I can upgrade the rest as I watch them or, you know, not, whatever I want to do. But yeah, excited to see this one. I've not seen many Full Moon pictures, so hopefully this one will be enjoyable when I get around to it. This is Puppet Master. Next up is a movie that surprised the heck out of me. I thoroughly enjoyed this. Project Elf. So if you've missed my review on this, I go in depth on the movie itself along with the Blu-ray release. I will mention, you can notice on the back here somewhere, widescreen. As you know, Project Elf was a made-for-TV movie, so you would assume that it should be in full screen, and this was released by Liberation Hall. I'm trying to find the name of it just because it's been a while since I did my review. Yeah, Liberation Hall, that's accurate. And they were known for releasing the RoboCop TV series in widescreen when it was originally done in full screen. And so I kind of go into that a lot on my review, but I did find out since posting that review that Liberation Hall was actually provided a widescreen version of this film, and so that's what they remastered and used for this Blu-ray release. I did make a pinned comment on that review just to note that, and I linked directly to the Twitter feed or whatever, the tweet that talked about that just as evidence of it, but I just wanted to point that out here. But really fun movie. I thought it was hilarious and it held up really well. I definitely recommend this one. Not too expensive either. So if you can find it and you have any interest in Elf, I highly recommend it. Check out my review though for my full thoughts on this one. This is Project Elf. I was really excited to get this next one just because it's only one of 2 more John Carpenter films that I needed to add to my collection. This is Dark Star. And for some reason, it felt cheap to me the other day. It was like $12.99, so I just picked it up because I needed it in my collection. So this is John Carpenter's first feature, and it actually is written by Dan O'Bannon, and O'Bannon plays a role in it. O'Bannon, of course, is the writer of Alien. And so it's just a really interesting, like, group of people that put this together. And so I'm excited to see it. I remember watching, like, the first 10 or 15 minutes of it a very long time ago. I wasn't into it at all, and I think I fell asleep and I just never went back to it. So now I can give it its full due here on Blu-ray. But I think the only other Carpenter film I need now is what is it called? Memoirs of an Invisible Man, I believe, is the only other one I need. So I'm probably just going to pick that one up soon because it's not too bad. It's like 18 bucks on Blu-ray. So once I grab that, I will have the entire Carpenter filmography on Blu-ray or better, which is my goal. So hopefully I'll do that soon. But this is Dark Star. Getting into a little bit of the boutique line, if you will. This first one here is one I absolutely meant to watch and review, but I just never got around to it this past month. This is The Sound of Summer, and this is released by Unearthed Films. That's why I kind of say like boutique or boutique adjacent. But yeah, this one just looks crazy. I talked about this in my upcoming releases video for the month of June. I was just really looking forward to it because it sounded really cool. So check out that video if you want to know more about it. But yeah, really excited to see this one once I finally get around to it. And once I do, I will review it. It's just a matter of me sticking it into the player. So hopefully I'll do that soon. This is The Sound of Summer. And I think this, yeah, on the bottom, is that a spine number? Maybe I'm making that up. It says UN 1150. I don't think that's a spine number though, now that I think about it. But either way, Unearthed Films released this one, so I'm excited to see what it's all about. And the last of the standard Blu-rays here is one from MVD Rewind Collection. This is LA Wars with Vince Murdocco. Is that right? Yeah, Murdocco. I think that's right. So anyway, this one is from 1994, and it actually has a much bigger and better release from Vinegar Syndrome, but it's also a lot more expensive. This Rewind Collection Blu-ray was like, it was under 20 bucks. I want to say somewhere around 15 to 18. So not a bad price at all. It says a ruthless drug lord and a powerful mafia boss battle for the streets of LA. So it's just going to be a fun early to mid 90s action film. So I'm looking forward to checking it out. I'm guessing it's going to be super cheesy, which is frankly the reason I bought it. So excited to see what LA Wars is all about from the MVD Rewind Collection. So with that said, like I said, that's the last of the standard Blu-rays, but I do have a couple of Blu-ray Steelbooks I'll talk about next. First up on Blu-ray Steelbook is a movie that I absolutely love, and I don't know how I didn't have this in my collection, but I didn't, and it worked out, because this was like $8. Tucker and Dale versus Evil. And you can see this is the limited edition Steelbook version. Like I said, this was $8 on Amazon. I have no idea how it went down so low, but I'm very happy it did, and I'm so thrilled to have this in my collection. This is a really good horror comedy, and I don't always love horror comedy, but this one works really well. It's just really funny. So I definitely recommend this one if you haven't seen it. It's just a lot of fun. Tucker and Dale versus Evil on Blu-ray Steelbook. Alright, so this last one, I'm not necessarily proud of this, but I am happy to have it. So if you guys watched my haul video from a couple months ago, you might remember, right there, I picked up House of a Thousand Corpses, the big, like, collector's edition of that. In that video, though, I did say, chances are I might end up going back and getting that Steelbook edition and double dipping. Well, I never do this because I am cheap. You guys know, I am very cheap, but every once in a while, you have to go nuts. And so I did. I went back and grabbed the Steelbook edition of this as well. So again, there's going to be nothing different here other than the packaging, but it's one of my favorite horror films of all time. I love Rob Zombie, and this one blew me away the first time I saw it, and I've loved it every single time since. So because of that, that's how I'm justifying it. Yes, it's stupid. Yes, it's silly, but hey, we all go a little mad sometimes, right? So very happy to have House of a Thousand Corpses on Steelbook and that cool collector's edition in my collection. So judge if you want, but it's there. So now let's jump over to the 4Ks I picked up. So this first one I picked up on 4K was randomly on sale on Amazon, and it's actually a TV series, or I guess more accurately a mini-series, but nonetheless, this is Station 11. So regardless that the cover of this is like the lamest I've ever seen. It's so boring, but I really want to see this one because I've heard really great things. This is a post-apocalyptic miniseries that's actually based on a book that I've heard really good things about. And it's just about different groups of people trying to survive in this post-apocalyptic world. So you guys know I'm all about that, so I'm really looking forward to checking this one out. I just wish it had a better cover, but whatever. That means nothing in reality. I'm just happy to have this one. And this was under 20 also. This was like $17, and it is 8 hours and 30 minutes of material to watch here. So that's a pretty remarkable deal. This is Station 11, the complete miniseries. It feels like a very long time ago when I bought this one, reviewed it, and was underwhelmed. But I haven't showed it off yet, so this is Deep Impact, the 25th anniversary edition, if you can make that out up there. But I do have a full 4K review of this one here on the channel. You will have to go back a couple of months now because I bought this on release day and reviewed it a couple days later. But yeah, Deep Impact. I don't love it, but hey, it is what it is. The 4K itself looks pretty darn good. So check out my full 4K review for my thoughts on this one though. This is Deep Impact. Here's one that was on my anticipated releases list for, I guess this would have been the month of May, but I ended up not buying it right away because it was relatively expensive. I'm glad I waited because it dropped down to about $10 from the release date over the course of that month. This is 65. And from what I hear, it's one of the better 4K releases of the year in terms of like audio and picture quality on this. So very happy to add this to the collection, especially since I didn't pay the $30 for it that they were asking when it came out. But yeah, this is one that like I'm just really excited to check out. Our Adam Driver crash lands on a planet that is filled with dinosaurs. That's all I know. That's all I need to know. I'm watching this one as soon as I can. Cannot wait to check out 65. I have no idea why I haven't watched this one yet, but I need to correct that. This is the Super Mario Brothers movie. So this was another one, like I waited on this a little bit because when it released, it was at like $33 at Best Buy, but then it was down to $30 on Amazon. And I think I waited another few days and got it even a little bit cheaper than that. I just did a price match, but yeah, I really want to see this one and I have no excuse why I haven't. I just need to sit down and watch it. One of my most anticipated movies of the year. I just haven't sat down to watch it yet. So excited to though. This is the Super Mario Brothers movie on 4K. We'll go over to the boutique label release now. The only one I grabbed was Creepshow. So this one was actually on my like honorable mentions for the month of June and I wasn't sure if I was going to get it. But the one, I think it was actually at number 1 last month, was Insidious, but it's $30 and there are no new special features on that from what I have on the Blu-ray behind me. So I decided I'm just going to hold off on that one until it drops down closer to 20. But in the meantime, this one was only like 28. I don't own Creepshow on Blu-ray. I only have it on like a triple pack DVD. So this made sense to me. I've been waiting to grab the Scream Factory release of Creepshow for the longest time, and I'm very happy I held out because now I have all the special features and I have it on the best format possible. So this thing is utterly loaded with features and I am so excited to finally watch Creepshow. One of those horror classics that I just have missed all these years. So now I have it on the best format. I absolutely am checking this one out from Scream Factory. This is Creepshow. Alright, so we will wrap it up with a couple of Steelbook releases. The first one here is also a Best Buy exclusive. We have Crank. And this is the Lionsgate release from, well, frankly, I don't remember if it was May or June, but relatively recently. And Crank was a movie I didn't have in my collection for some reason. So I figured, yeah, let's pick it up. It was like 20 bucks or whatever, so pretty cheap for what it is. Comes on Steelbook on 4K. What's not to love? Looking forward to checking out this crazy action movie. Always heard great things, so I'm sure this one is going to be a lot of fun. This is Crank. Alright, so the last one today is a big one, probably the biggest one I've bought in quite some time. And frankly, I do have a little bit of buyer's remorse on this. Superman, the 4K Steelbook collection. So this was one that I pre-ordered like the day that the announcements went up that you could pre-order it. I did because I thought to myself, hey, that one will probably be worth something as time goes on. So you might want to try to get it because it'll probably sell out. And lo and behold, it did. And when it was like just released, it was going for over $200 on eBay, but now it's down a little bit. So even if I tried to sell it on eBay now, I would probably just make my money back, if that, maybe lose out on a few bucks. But that's not really what I'm looking to do. I'm not looking to make money on it necessarily. I just don't know what I want to do with it at this point. For now, it'll stay in the collection. The good thing is, and then the reason I bought it is because I said to myself, even if I open these and watch it and I decide I don't love these and I don't need them in my collection, a year, 2, 5 years from now, I'm fairly certain I will get the 140 bucks out of this that I put into it. So I feel like it's a low risk situation. Even if I don't love them, I'll probably get my money back. But hey, either way, it's a cool thing to have in the collection, a cool set piece. So there's that. This is the Superman 4K collection, and that is going to wrap up all of the new items that I've grabbed in May and June. All right, so there's all the new items that I've grabbed the last couple of months, plus, of course, that Superman set, but I already dropped this pile once, so I'm not going to try stacking that on top of it. But anyway, guys, let me know down in the comments below, what did you grab in May and June? What have you seen out of this pile of media that I just picked up? Anything that I absolutely need to prioritize? Should I hold on to the Superman set? Am I giving it the raw deal here? Like, is it better than I'm thinking it is? The reviews have honestly been a little mediocre on it, and I do have the Blu-ray set already, which also comes with Superman Returns, which this one is lacking. Another disappointment there. And I'll actually be holding on to my Blu-ray set anyway, because there are apparently a bunch of special features on there that are not present on this 4K set. So, I don't know, not to dog on this set too much, but I don't know. I don't know if it was worth $140, but anyway, let me know what your thoughts are on that and anything else down in the comments below. Hopefully you guys have, some thoughts to share with me on some things to prioritize. But as always, if you guys enjoyed this video, please hit that like button down below. That engagement really does help me out. And like I always say, I don't just talk movies, I talk all things media. Books, movies, video games, graphic novels, manga. If it's media related, I'm interested in it. And if you are too, you might consider subscribing. All right, guys, so that's going to do it for today. I just want to say thank you all so much for watching, and I want to encourage you to consume some media today. I'll catch you next time.